Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
13 yards. First down.
On first down, back to Achane. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really love? Same guy carrying the ball on both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. All that gives him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18, 19 Lion. Go.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. These 2 teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third down and 13. He'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Parker, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
They're going to try and throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The Dolphins, first down.
And now they'll shift things around.
Here we go. Set. Set.
He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
His kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7.
Jason Sanders, kickoff.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
This pass out wide to Hall. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
At the 41-yard line.
And he hits him in stride. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Jets had 8-3 now. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Then stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now they'll change things around before the snap. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Chad Ryland on for the field goal. A 49-yard attack.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Here we go.
And the Dolphins first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
He'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Cup 19, Cup 19, Trap 60, Trap 60, Panther 11, Panther 11, Dragon 60.
Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Dolphins, first down.
70, 18, 68, 7 Pirates.
First down.
They'll look to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now a 2nd and 2.
19 Warriors, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
Let's go, Buffalo 18.
16 yards. That's another
18, Mustang 19, Cup 19.
Back to throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. Room to run at the 50. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags. And it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
Chad Ryland for the extra.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think the coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Here we go. 19, 7.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw here. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
18. Come on, come on. 50-yard line. 60 by 6, 60 by 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Ryland on for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
That's the score. Jets 24. Dolphins 21. Chad Ryland.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll set up a throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 59 yards. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker try on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time they were looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, he's got a man wide open, complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
They give to Achane on the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 3rd and 3.
Go street. Bobby Cougar, my 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Ready. Nice. Crack all 80. Street. Dragon 60. Ready,
Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They begin with a quick throw out left. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw right side, Wilson. 20! And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Jets. Kevontae Turpin from 6 yards away. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Cowboy 80, 18, 70 Rangers, 19 Lions.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Come on, set. Ready.
Option handoff now to Achane. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try and get him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line and linebacker. 2nd level, the secondary, the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll run, Achane. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go now.
Achane. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll run it. Achane with it. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Interesting decision here because I think you've got to kick it and tie this game. If it's the second quarter, maybe then you go for it. But here in the fourth, you can't come away with nothing.
Here it is, 4th and goal.
19 tight. Wrap all 80. 18 tight in. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now they'll change things up. He'll find Harry on the right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
And if it wasn't over before, it is now. Looking for that one final first down. They got it and then some. And if they play things right from here on out, that should just about assure them a victory.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
That's another Jets first down. 1st and 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Jets, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. I got too many plays. I don't even play. Get out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way.
Way up, get your weight up, put your plate up. You a foreign, we at war, and I got all the hallelujah, Talladega, baby Jesus, in the flesh, come and get it, and I'm with it. All my friends coming with all their friends, and we get active, yeah, we get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black, my eyes bloodshot red. I'm ready right now. Don't run your mouth too quick. Let's get it. Stop talking. One way, my way, my way.
taking up all of my space. You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do.
Your blades are sharpened with precision. Flash in your face.